kipindi hichi kifupi amefanya kazi yake, amefanya mengi. Hatuna muda wa kuyataja Mola mtukufu. Mola mtukufu tunakuomba umlinde. Ni kwa kupitia kwa uongozi wake Mola mtukufu, shilingi yetu imeimarika, bei ya bidhaa muhimu kama mafuta zimeshuka, chakula pia kimeshuka, mbolea zimeshuka. Mola mtukufu tunakuomba umlinde na umpe busara na hikma anapoitumikia nchi hii yetu. Mola mtukufu tuko hapa ni kwa ajili ya sherehe zetu fupi za siku hii leo za kulonchi university yetu hii. Mola mtukufu tunakuomba muavi shetani asiweze kuingia katika sherehe hizi zetu. Mweke mbali nasi kwani yeye ni muharibifu. Ibariki nchi yetu, bariki kiongozi wetu, bariki viongozi wote wa nchi hii yetu, bariki wananchi kwa ujumla. Tunaomba haya tukako yanawezekana. Amin. Amin.
Heavenly Father, we are very thankful for this great day. It is a day you have made. We thank you, Father, for our President, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, and the entire Kenyan leadership. We thank you for our great country, and thank you for the blessing of rain at this time, and also the peace that we are enjoying as we close the year 2024. Our prayer, Lord, is that we would finish this year strong. Now, Lord, we pray you open the heavens and you bless the launch of this Center of Competence for Digital and AI Skilling, the Timbuktoo Greentech Center. Lord, we pray that you would bless it in such a way that, Lord, it shall anchor our nation and also our continent to our prophetic calling and destiny to be the blessing to the nations. Father, we thank you for the partnership that it enjoys with UNDP. And we pray success to this launch and this initiative now and in the days ahead. Lord, bless all of us who are here. And we have prayed this prayer in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And we all say,
may we kindly take our seats. Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Dr. Margaret Nyambura Ndung'u, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, other Cabinet Secretaries present, Governors present, Ahuna Azaikonwa, United Nations Secretary General, UNDP Assistant Administrator and Director of UNDP Regional Bureau of Africa, Anthony Ngororana, Resident United Nations Development Program, Your Excellency, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, former Vice President of Nigeria, Principal Secretaries present, Members of Parliament, National and County leaders present, Heads of institutions, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, one time Sarit Center used to be known as a city within a city. So I guess with that definition, this must be a globe within a city. Allow me, Your Excellency, at this point to invite Engineer John Tenui, who is the Principal Secretary, Department of ICT and Digital Economy, to make his remarks and also proceed with the program. Why don't we give him a warm clap as he approaches the stage. Karibu sana, Engineer John Tenui.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, our Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Margaret Ndung'u, our friends and colleagues from UNDP, the leadership from here, Cabinet Secretaries, my colleagues, PSS present. Your Excellency, today is a great day here at Konza Technopolis. Konza Technopolis is going to host Timbuktoo Greentech. It's been a great journey for this project, which is a product of Vision 2030. Your Excellency, when this project was conceptualized, it was estimated it will take $14.5 billion to have this project to be in place. And when the conversations of this project started, the first board was appointed. It was a huge, huge task for them. They shared with me because I had not joined. They came to see you, Your Excellency, and you told them to think outside the box and see how this project can be funded. Your Excellency, at the end of 2023, you visited this project yourself, following the launch which had been done in 2013 by the former President Mwai Kibaki. Your Excellency, when you came here in 2013, you did one milestone, a major one for this project. There was no single infrastructure. It was a grassland, a real savanna with the wild animals here. But you did one opening of the gravel road, which opened the entrance from Mombasa Road to the other road of side of Konza Technopolis. Your Excellency, that unlocked the potentials of Konza Technopolis. I was privileged that 2015, 4 months after you did that infrastructure, Your Excellency, I joined Konza Technopolis, and I took the position before visiting this project. And I remember when I visited, Your Excellency, it looked an impossible task. I came to your office and asked, how can this project move forward? And you assured me of your personal support. Your Excellency, within a span of 4 years, you are able to support this project to ensure the foundations that can create a global hub of technology, innovation, and knowledge economy was in place. We were able to get the global community to support this project. We got the Americans to help us to design this project to world class, establishing the master plan and development of guidelines. We also needed now the funding to build this project. Your Excellency, you guided us, and we got the support of EU and many other partners to ensure now the infrastructure on the ground, which makes Konza now beautiful as it is, were able to be sourced. We also needed to ensure Konza Technopolis is connected with power, and we were able to get our colleagues at Ministry of Energy to ensure Konza now hosts one of the national top substations in the country, bringing funding from the global communities. Your Excellency, we also needed to make sure Konza Technopolis can really be a technology hub. We were able to get support through your guidance from the South Korea, and they funded the establishment of the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, approaching its completion. Your Excellency, the theme of Konza is Smart City, and it could not be complete and have the smart impacts that it's required. We were able to get support again with your guidance, Your Excellency. With the support of China, we were able to build one of the national data centers and smart city facilities that has created a firm foundation in this region. Your Excellency, our dream next was to really make Konza be what it is, and that is to have the innovation community, to have startups come and call Konza home. We started working at a early stage with the support of Governor Mutula Kilonzo and others. We started having innovation activities at Konza Technopolis, and over the years, Your Excellency, we've had startups which are called Konza Home. At the moment, we have several startups that are hosted here either digitally or physically. Your Excellency, the missing gap was to really make it an African level. And once again, Your Excellency, one morning you called me to come to Eldoret, and I was able to meet His Excellency, the Vice President, having had a meeting with you, and the next answer for Konza is through this initiative of Timbuktoo Greentech Innovation Hub. Your Excellency, within a short period, it's already a miracle. When the calls were made, over 600 applications came, and we are impressed. Over 40 countries participated, and today, Your Excellency, you've witnessed 43 potential startups, for 3 potential entities, potential Samsungs, potential Google, potential Microsofts, that will turn Africa into the next level. Konza is really being placed in the right place with your guidance, Your Excellency. We are so excited that we've reached here in this journey. And thanks to the partnership and with the UNDP that has enabled us to have this. And in addition to the Greentech Hub, Your Excellency, we are establishing an African Center of Competence on AI and digital skilling, focusing on public sector. This is also another major milestone, Your Excellency. which will go in a long way supporting your digitalization agenda to make sure we in the public sector are equipped to be able to carry the digitalization agenda. Your Excellency, I want to invite now my colleague, my friend, the UNDP Country Director, Anthony Ngorarano. Welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Cabinet Secretary and our esteemed leader in the ICT space, Dr. Margaret Ndungu, CS Mutua, CS's Vice President, immediate former Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Madam Assistant Secretary General Ahuna Eziakonwa, friends, colleagues, Stephen Jackson, the UN Resident Coordinator, and our many partners, good morning. Such a pleasure to be here, and my job for this time round is one, to introduce our leader within UNDP Africa, to put meat on the bones with regards to what's been laid out. This is a hugely exciting journey, and it's one that would not have been possible without the government of Kenya under your leadership, Mr. President. Ahuna, if I can invite you to make some remarks.
Your Excellency, President William Ruto, there is a reason for the green. Green glasses, green clothing. We're all going to be all green today. Your Excellency, Honorable Mudavadi, Your Excellency, our dear Information, Communication and Digital Economy, CS Dr. Margaret Ndungu, CS from other departments. Let me also recognize the immediate past Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Osinbajo, who is also the guardian of Timbuktoo Africa Foundation. I also want to recognize the Executive Secretary of the Timbuktoo Africa Foundation, Madam Natalie Jabangwe, who joined us yesterday. And of course, our UN Resident Coordinator and his distinguished father, who is of another generation, but also worked for UN and UNDP in the past. Very good to have you here, sir. All invited guests, and of course, to our 43. What a moment of pride it is to have you among us here. Technology, Your Excellency, is a fundamental force for change in this century. It is reshaping economies, governments, civil society, and it's impacting almost every aspect of what human beings need to sustain life, but also to sustain our planet. With its rapidly growing youth population that's brimming with ingenuity, talent, and innovation, Africa has the most outstanding human capital and agency to be at the forefront of socio-economic revolution of the world. Indeed, the future of development is in Africa. We believe so. And this tech-enabled innovation at scale is key to unleashing and realizing this potential across the continent, Your Excellency. We're witnessing groundbreaking solutions in key sectors such as education, health, agriculture, climate, energy. Digital technologies have emerged as powerful drivers of transformation. In 2007, we saw the beginnings of this in Kenya, as Kenya revolutionized the telecoms and finance sector with M-Pesa, transforming the delivery of financial services through a phone at the tip of the finger, providing access to many of the unbanked populations. Today, M-Pesa operates in some form or the other in several countries across the continent, enabling seamless mobile transactions for millions within Africa and between the diaspora and the continent. And Africa is unstoppable and saying we don't stop with M-Pesa. We have also seen the Ushahidi innovation, another Kenyan innovation, through accessible technology integrated tools and services, enabling communities to generate solutions and mobilize for good. Through crowdsourcing, data-oriented tools with developments in more than 160 countries and over 40 languages, Ushahidi empowers millions to actively participate in informing decisions and influencing change and solutions. What we're talking about here today aren't just solutions for Africa. They are solutions for a world that desperately needs healing. The UNDP supported digitalization of access to justice in countries like Uganda, Botswana, Namibia, and here in Kenya, is producing an impactful multi-layer transformation results that facilitate and enable access to justice for the most excluded, marginalized, and vulnerable. So this technology, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, is also touching on governance. But we know that the journey is still long. Today, Africa is at a crossroads in addressing humanity's most pressing challenge, climate change. Communities across the continent face a disproportionate impact of climate change, which are worsening and escalating risks and vulnerabilities across the board. But therein lies the opportunity to innovate, to create sustainability for people and planet, and to enable Africa's full potential in green industrialization. By leveraging Africa's abundant natural resources, inventive capacity and commitment, we can create solutions that revolutionize how Africa addresses both climate change and economic challenges, including the creation of green jobs. With its leadership in renewable energy and innovation, Kenya is uniquely positioned to catalyze this transition. No wonder the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub is being hosted in this country at this place, because there's already a vision, there's already a foundation. By fostering mentorship, financing, relationships, collaborative spaces, maker spaces, engineering capabilities, the Greentech Hub will empower youth-led enterprises to ideate, to test, to scale up impactful homegrown solutions to some of the wicked challenges that we are facing today. With this Greentech Hub, we are embracing sovereignty in the use of technology, that it's not all going to be hatched outside and delivered in Africa, but that we will have the hatching here by our own young, brilliant minds. And when we achieve that, then we are achieving independence, we are achieving freedom and sovereignty, and we are achieving authenticity and that ownership, but also sustainability. Your Excellency, for transformation to be successful, it must be accompanied by forward-looking public sector infrastructure, which is really the backbone of sustainability. Enabling Africa's public service with the right capacity and tools is key to reimagining the continent's technological progression and accelerating our global goals, the Agenda 2063 and the Agenda 2030. Digital transformation is a foundational enabler for UNDP signature solutions and the digital strategy, which guides our efforts to support countries to build inclusive, ethical, and sustainable digital societies. And the Africa Center of competence in digital and AI skilling, which we are also launching in a soft way today, aims to create and foster a culture of learning and innovation within the public sector, and it enables the continuous flow of expertise with cutting-edge skills in frontier technologies that are responsive and fit for purpose. An inclusive public sector digital transformation drives efficiency and effectiveness and helps governments to enhance coordination of resources and information and strengthens data-anchored policy making and implementation. And we are so proud today, Your Excellency, to have a country like Kenya that has not only given us this space to birth this center, but also has put at our disposal assets of the government of Kenya to help boost such an initiative and take it to a continental level. Thank you, Kenya, for being a champion once again for something that is at the cusp of turning things around, resetting this continent. I also want to thank here our private sector partners. Microsoft is in the room, with whom we have been dreaming this dream and who will crowd in support of a different kind to make this a success. Ladies and gentlemen, our partnership with the government of Kenya through the Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, the Kenya School of Government, and Konza Technologies Development Authority, accompanied by UNDP's partners at CORE. These are the partners who actually fund UNDP, and our private sector colleagues will help us to move this bold ambition to form, co-create, collaborate, and find transformation for our people and for the continent. So I want to recognize our first cohort of the Greentech innovators for their audacious spirit and the will to color outside of the lines as they reimagine solutions that are good for our communities, as well as the first cohort of the civil service who are taking a chance to explore the world of digital skilling and AI. Your Excellency, as I close, I want to talk about these 43 in the room. They are just the tip of the iceberg. And what really gladdens my heart about these young people is that they are solving for those who have been left behind and who are being left behind. When I read through all the solutions that they are working on, there was not something common, a common thread through all of them, was providing services that are accessible by communities who are normally not thought of when you're looking at modern technologies, but also affordable for those communities and sustainable. It is incredible trio to think of development from a lens of accessibility, affordability, and sustainability. That is a sweet spot for UNDP to come in and embrace these young minds and ideas and put our weight, our support, our money behind them. And that's the call today that Timbuktoo is making, that there is goodwill out there, that we have young people who are not just wasting their lives protesting what hasn't been done, but are putting themselves forward to be part of the solution. We need to celebrate them. And let's start with these 43. I thank you, Your Excellency.
Another round of applause for Madam Ahuna. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, we are in the presence of, or rather in the company of various leaders, both county and national. And allow me, Your Excellency, before inviting the Cabinet Secretary for information, to invite the Governor, His Excellency Mutula Kilonzo Jr., on behalf of the other leaders to recognize them, but also to let us know if we're still welcome to come back. Why don't you put our hands together as we welcome him. Welcome, sir.
I was taking instructions. And I'll vary them a little bit. Your Excellency, thank you to the partners, leaders, people from this region, innovators, the new CEOs. We should call them CEOs, not founders, because they are CEOs. PSS present. Allow me, Your Excellency, to vary the directions a little bit, and I'll tell you why. I've been here attempting to do this with John Tanui PS here. And what we were attempting to do in a small way has come to pass by having Timbuktoo in this region. It's like having Nairobi in Abuja. or something. I think, Your Excellency, allow me to ask you to allow us to forge a partnership that involves these members of parliament. They have a role. The counties, they have a role to play. And even the members of county assembly. I was telling the Open University team, Your Excellency, they can't have a first graduation without me, who was here, and without you, who was here also. They did a low-key graduation, and I think we should have celebrated that milestone with all of us here, because I think it was a big milestone in terms of just getting one of the first kind Open University. So, with that brief introduction, allow me, I think CS, you recognize the members of cabinet. I recognize the members of county assembly. There's Mr. Mwanzia, Justus, where is he? Kemakiu Kalanzoni. There's Josephine, who is wearing yellow. She's a member of UDA. She has to show she is. There's Chalomumo, is he here? He's not here. Mheshimiwa for Kilome, please come. And then, Jirani, please, there's something you did and I pleaded with you to do and you agreed. Through His Excellency the President, you will come also to speak on behalf of Governor. So recognize your colleagues, Mheshimiwa, so that I can explain why I think these people standing here, including the chairman of ICT, why we must now pull together as one to make all this a success. Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Governor, to Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. I think it is a pleasure today also to address this congregation when you are present. This is the second time. Welcome to Kilome constituency. To my colleague, members of parliament, the CSS, all protocol observed. Wana Kilome hamjambo. Muko sawa? Munakaribisha His Excellency Dr. Asante sana. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to take long. I think I will appreciate all the members of parliament to be upstanding. Yes. All the members of parliament, not unless you want to say something. Asante. Next to me is my brother, Mheshimiwa Ndangoreti. Yes? Yes, the chairman of ICT ni mbunge, tuko naye mbunge kijana mwepesi kabisa, anatufanyia maneno mzuri sana. Asante sana. We have my neighbor, Caleb Machakos constituency. Huyu mpupi sana hapa. We have my brother Ekomas Mutuse, Mheshimiwa Kibwesi West. We have Mr. Mwalio from Masinga. Simuwapikie makofi kidogo. Oh, okay. Thank you. Ngunga is insisting that with the MCS from Machakos is good. Ngunga and your colleagues. Ingawa hiyo governor angefanya lakini asanteni sana. Karibuni sana. Thank you very much. I want to be very brief. Your Excellency. I think, I don't know what we can say, but to praise the living God for having this kind of city here. I think the last time you visited this place, it was not the way it is now. I have 2-3 main issues which I want to address. And before that, we really appreciate Dr. Tanui. Whatever you did to this place, it's God who can reward you. Your Excellency, what I would like to request is that because of the knowledge and the foundation, what Tanui did, the current PS in ICT, I would urge your office, Your Excellency, to push for reallocation of the ICT ministry in this Konza city, so that things can move the way they are supposed to move very fast. Your Excellency, the other bit I would like to urge you is that we have the second phase, which we are waiting to commence, because we laid off like around 3,000 people who are working with ICM here, and they are no longer doing any job now. They are at home. So with the experience they gained, we urge your office, and I know you are very helpful, you are committed to this Konza Technopolis, to hasten the start of the second phase so that my people can get some employment. Your Excellency, I don't want to repeat what has been said, but KST University is almost to completion. What I'm going to urge is that through the governor and the office of the PS, we have a small problem of appraisal projects. Investors are ready to work and do a lot of investment in this Konza Technopolis, but there is some bit of some laxity. I don't know what I can put it, but the approvals are taking so long. So I think that is something, Tanui and your team, I think you are up to task, so that at least there are so many investors around, and if that process is hastened, I think it will be good for us all. Your Excellency, this is one issue I want to address. Although Governor, I know, is really on it, we are urging you to push the PP. You really promised the other time to get some water from Northresh, a direct line, because we are having a lot of challenges, and I know the Governor Olelengu is here, my good friend. We have been fighting about that water down there, and I think a solution will be gotten into through the two governors. But we urge the second line to be done, and I know you are able to help us into that. Lastly, because I don't want to take much of your time here, Konza Technopolis, I must appreciate you for considering the finishing of Fwaken Dam. I think we are 98% to completion. And if Your Excellency, you can consider pushing for more funds, and I know you are very much able, we are still waiting for that water to help this area to do irrigation and move on with the food production as you have really been putting it. Your Excellency, I know your office has been doing very wonderful things to this country, and I want to appreciate and pray for you, for God to give you a lot of energy to keep on working for the Kenyan people. I know you are for the task of uniting all the Kenyans, and I really want to tell you we support you to deliver Kenya where it's supposed to be. This is not time for politics. We are supposed to support one of us, His Excellency Samuel Ruto, to at least achieve the development we are waiting for. I know I can take 2 hours here, but feel welcomed, Your Excellency. We are meeting, we have not seen many members of parliament. Wamepita hapa tu na SGR. Tunaenda huko kwa michezo Mombasa, and I know tomorrow you'll be opening the ceremony for the Yala Games. Utanipata huko bado basi. Thank you, may God bless you.
Your Excellency, President William Ruto, UNDP fraternity, distinguished leaders present, Your Excellency, this ceremony is nothing short of a miracle. I had an opportunity at some point in my life to graze cows here, when it was a semi-savanna area. And in 2017, when Tanui was the CEO, we were telling people how to do controlled development, because a serious technopolis city is coming. I am almost tempted to stop my conversation so that the President hears this, because it is a very big thing for us in Kenya and for Africa to see Konza as it is today. For the people who may not know me, I'm the governor of Kajiado County, Joseph Olelengu. The next just at the boundary with the city, the place we are here. Congratulations, the ICT family, and welcome Timbuktoo and other investors. We are happy to see our young people, as the distinguished lady rightly put, seeking solutions and not demonstrating against what has not been done and yet needs to be done. And sometimes prophetically sending doom to governments and causing havoc to leadership, and sometimes portraying Africa in bad light, as many a time the West tried to do. Your Excellency, I was going slow in my conversation to have you hear this. You heard that one time we grazed cows here. In 2017, Tanui invited us here as governors to come and ask for controlled development. And when we were telling our people that our city is coming, we looked like outright liars. We had to put the courage of leaders and say our city is coming. Please make sure that this is controlled development. We moved some laws in our offices with Governor Mutua there. I think Ibwana was in this place that time. And that is why I'm saying that today nothing short of a miracle, because what we told our people has actually gone beyond what really we were saying it's going to be. At that time, we thought that this Technopolis is for Makueni, Machakos, and Kajiado. We have just learned that it's actually beyond Kenya. How nice it is that it's going to be a critical thread for Africa. And therefore, I'm a proud Kenyan making a contribution to the well-being of Africa. Asante sana, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We just wanted to be brief so that we don't also go beyond what we came to do. Allow me, there are people who will not be recognized if I don't mention them. We have a County Commissioner Machakos, the good lady. County Commissioner Makueni Akwapi, very good. PS Terry Mbaika will not be recognized if I don't recognize her. Regina Ndambuki, the chair. Chair of Tanathi will not be recognized if I don't recognize her. Your Excellency, this is Mweni Museo. Marvin down there. I just wanted to check whether you're here. Your Excellency, allow me to say that as I began this, my speech, I said this is a dream come true for the country, the region, and everybody else. And I thought I can ask you to find a way where county governments plug into innovation using Konza, because we can have this building and people here, but the heart of innovation will happen out there in the counties. I say so because I run the best innovation center in the country, recognized by award in Makueni. And if we were to run 47 such outfits in the country, I believe, Your Excellency, the youth that you are targeting would find something to do. I know what Governor CS Mutua is trying to do in terms of employment. I have a view that innovation and the mobile technology penetration in Kenya, one of the things that we can do, because we have an educated population, is give them an opportunity like this one, where they can innovate what they want. And I say so because when Mr. Engineer Tanui did a boot camp here, 2016, a young man from Ndora by the name Shiznet did an innovation, and he was #1 out of 4 counties. A young man who had never seen a computer. A young man who was trained how to switch on a computer at Konza. And therefore, Your Excellency, the success of Konza and innovation and this tech is devolving this training out there in the counties. That's #1. #2, Your Excellency, I was telling the gentleman from ICT Authority that we still have problems with NOFB. And I think for us to have mobile penetration and ICT technology, we must make sure that it is working the way it's supposed to work. I have mentioned to you, Your Excellency, that we have in Makueni started running a hospital that's running from morning to evening without the use of Kenya Power. That is possible in the whole country, and it's saving Makueni up to 800,000 per month. Your Excellency, the success of green energy. One of the ladies who was doing from Nigeria was asked a question. No, Namibia. The ones who are doing the mobile technology for purposes of agriculture, I think. The parts that they are using are all imported. The panels that they are using in Namibia, just like in Nigeria and Kenya, are all imported. When they come to Kenya, the cost is too high for ordinary Kenyans. Yet we want to do irrigation like the good lady wants to do irrigation in Embu. Your Excellency, I know you want to collect taxes, but can we reduce the taxes on these green energy components so that the agriculture that we are doing and the fertilizer that government has offered that has increased production by 60% can now be driven, irrigation can now be driven by renewable energy. That is the solution. And you will never hear of the Sufuria revolution again because people will be having food to eat. Your Excellency, the success of Konza will be tied to water, the water that we have been speaking about. And of course, if you can, the dual carriage that is running from Chumbi all the way to Emali, where ECOWAS comes from, it will be a big boost to this, together with power. So, Your Excellency, I would request that some of those little dots that are going to make this a success be made a success quickly. People still think when they drive on the road that there's nothing happening in Konza because they cannot see. I'm asking that the Konza people, Mr. Okwiri, please tell Kenya what you have done. A lot of money has been spent here. I know you have run something through a good gentleman who I know, Alex Chamwada. But Kenyans do not know that in Konza, you have a facility for cleaning water that you use for sanitation that can be recycled. Nobody is aware. Nobody is aware that you have a data center here. I'm asking you to tell Kenyans that something is happening in Konza. Otherwise, they think it's a phantom. They will be possessed by those demons that the president was talking about the other day. Your Excellency, the matter of water for us is critical because once you provide water to Konza, the people along Mombasa Road, and Makueni carries the largest portion, will have water to drink and will have water for irrigation. So, Your Excellency, as we celebrate Konza, we want to open Konza to the country and to Kenya. And the only way to do it is for the people surrounding Konza must feel part of Konza. They must feel that they have power. They must feel that they have water because it is available. There's a gentleman who is now, this gentleman who works, I'm told now works in the office of a president. This gentleman nearly was sweating blood to just get water pumped into Konza. So this is my shuja for today, Mr. Hamati, for working very hard to ensure that we get water here. Allow me to recognize PS Betty Njagi. I'm told you are here. Very good. You are the PS for Blue Economy. I'm done. Thank you very much. We ask you to come because every time you come, there's something new. I'm told there's Riara University starting here. There's a complaint. Riara is here. Very good. Simuangalie vile mutapata locals wakuje kufanya kazi huku. You can't import labor into Konza. Haiwezekani. Because we have Mutiso, Macau, Muikali who know to do the things that we should be doing here. Something very serious has happened here and I have discussed it with Tanui. And I must tell you the president because it bothers me. We have not said much about scrap metal dealing. So what the people have been doing here, some, is vandalizing things we call copper wires. And they're selling them for a song. What it means, Your Excellency, because it's not powered yet, that the minute you disconnect that line, they have to import a new line. Can we find a way of making sure that people who are not of goodwill vandalize our projects. They steal our panels, they steal our pipes. Now they have come to Konza because nothing is happening. Your Excellency, hiyo ndio matakwa yetu, ile ingine unaijua. Asante.
And now, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the Chair ICT in the National Assembly, John Kerry, who will also invite the Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy.
Your Excellency the President, our esteemed guests and dignitaries, the people of this area and everybody who is here, good afternoon. Your Excellency, this is a momentous occasion. Africa has suffered the indignity of missing out on 3 industrial revolutions. We were not present when the world was connecting onto the steam engine and the mechanization. At that time, Africa was not on the table. When the world switched on electricity in the 2nd industrial revolution, Africa was not on the table. When we went into the microchip, again, the dot-com era bypassed Africa. But this time round in the 4th industrial revolution, as we move into this new world of artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency, robotics, Internet of Things, and all these new emerging technologies, we are glad that Africa is now onboarding onto this 4th industrial revolution. The step that we take here today, Your Excellency, is the culmination of a great vision. The vision that is espoused in Vision 2030, but even more importantly, what you have enumerated in our Kenya Digital Master Plan is now coming into fruition. Over and above all the other things that you have done, Your Excellency, we as Parliament are assisting in this industrial revolution by making laws that move us from where you left us, Your Excellency, in 1998 with the Kicker Bill. That was the 2G era. We are now reforming all the laws, the legislation, and the policies to ensure that we move from the 2G era to the 5G era. And it is in that regard, Your Excellency, that I report to you that only last week, the Kenya Parliament was able to pass the Kenya Technopolis Bill. And it was passed unanimously in Parliament, Your Excellency, and it is currently now in Senate. And soon we shall be having an act of Parliament that gives life to such a center and many other centers in the Republic. Your Excellency, I would want to again recognize the work put in by the members of Parliament who are present here, and I would like to ask them again to stand up and get recognized for pushing the agenda of digitization in Parliament, because this will not happen with us having the laws that we need. Finally, Your Excellency, the issue of water has been mentioned here. And I must report to the people of Kajiado, the people of Makueni, and the people of Machakos, that the President is currently undertaking and implementing a massive master plan in the city of Nairobi, which is called the Nairobi Rivers Commission. And you understand that even as water is coming to Thwake Dam, upstream, if we pollute that water, it comes down here in very bad quality. Water that is heavy on lead, heavy on toxins, heavy on pollution. But His Excellency the President, in the next 2 years, shall transform the city of Nairobi, turning it inside out. The city that is facing the highways today shall be turned inside out to face the rivers and the tributaries within the Nairobi city, and we shall be cleaning the river, detoxifying the river, removing the lead from the river, and actually even beautifying the city and having chill zones where Konza Technopolis shall install Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi to these areas where the community can sit and spend some good time and even monetize on the Wi-Fi that is available. With that, Your Excellency, it is to congratulate the teams from Microsoft and the team from Timbuktoo for cooperating with us to put up such an amazing center that onboards this Technopolis onto the 4th Industrial Revolution. With that said, Your Excellency, I would like to call upon now the Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of ICT and the Digital Economy, Waziri CS Ndungu. Karibu. Waziri apigiwe makofi kidogo. I'll let you know that not only is she the Minister for ICT and Digital Economy, she herself is a practitioner in this area. And so, Daktari Nyambura Ndongo, karibu sana.
His Excellency, the President of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellencies, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, the immediate former Vice President of Nigeria and Guardian of the Timbuktoo Africa Innovation Foundation, my fellow colleague, cabinet colleague, Dr. Alfred Mutua, Ahuna Aziakono, UN Assistant Secretary General, UNDP Assistant Administration and Director of UNDP Regional Bureau of Africa, UN Residence Coordinator, Dr. Stephen Jackson, and your dad, we are proud to have him here, the Governor of Makueni, the Governor of Kajiado, Chief of ICT Committee, Honorable John Kerry, Ambassadors present, Konza Chair, Professor Munavu, Principal Secretaries present, distinguished delegates, and all our partners in the private sector, good afternoon. Before I make my remarks, I would want to welcome my cabinet colleague, Dr. Mutua, to say a word.
Your Excellency the President, and also leaning on all the protocols that have been spoken about, I'll be very chap-chap in this. Your Excellency, someone once said that your legs can only take you as far as your brain can go. I was here when President Mwai Kibaki started the process of Konza, and then there was a big lull. And today I can look at it and I think it's a dream come true. When I was the governor of Machakos, working with the rest of my colleagues, we sorted out the land issue to ensure that this place was protected for these dreams to come true, and pieces are falling in place. I'm so happy that I can be standing here in Machakos, and as Governor Emeritus, because the Governor of Machakos is not here, I want to say you're welcome to be around this area too, Your Excellency. That the jobs, the opportunities, the revolution that my friend KJ is talking about is now possible. It's no longer a dream. We've woken up and it's a reality. My concern right now is about jobs, Your Excellency. Konza at its peak, when a lot of construction was employing 5,000 people. Currently, it's only employing 2,000 people. I've been holding conversations with my colleague, and we are trying to get a meeting to talk to the board so we can relax some of the laws, some of the procedures to allow more construction to move faster, because we have the capacity to have more than 10,000 people working here. We're also working very well with my colleagues, also trying to get business processing outsourcing to be held here so that people can be receiving phone calls. When you call an airline, you call an airline in India, you call an airline in the UK, US, somebody will be answering, but from here in Konza, booking your tickets and sorting out your issues. So we can be able to create a great deal of employment. So I'm very happy to be here, and I say that they always say that if you want your dreams to come true, you must first wake up. And I think we've woken up. Nambele iko sawa.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mutua. It is a privilege to invite you, Your Excellency, President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to this significant occasion, the launch of the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub at Konza Technopolis. This hub represents Kenya's and Africa's commitment to fostering sustainable innovation and entrepreneurship. The Timbuktoo Greentech Hub is a beacon of the African's transformation ambition, aiming to develop a pipeline of green enterprises from startups to scalable ventures across the continent. This ambition reflects what the country is working to achieve under your leadership, become a middle-income industrialization economy powered by research and innovation. The focus areas of Greentech, renewable energy solutions, climate change mitigation and adaptation innovation, and waste management solutions are critical for addressing Africa's environmental and economic challenges while unlocking immense opportunities. I am pleased that this initiative has been made possible through a partnership of my ministry with the UNDP and aligns with Africans' ambition to improve energy access, reduce carbon emission, and foster climate technologies. By mentoring startups, providing investment opportunities, and facilitating global partnership, the hub will empower entrepreneurs to contribute to the continent's sustainable development. We want to develop our own solutions and contextualize them. Notably, the hub's inaugural cohort of 43 startups selected from 668 applicants across 43 countries exemplifies the vibrant talent and innovation in Africa. Konza Technopolis, which is a robust ICT infrastructure and innovation ecosystem, is the ideal home for this transformative initiative. This first cohort marks the new chapter for Africa's youth, economies, and green industrialization, signaling our readiness to tackle global challenges with technological-driven solutions. This is not just a milestone for Kenya, but a step forward for the continent's sustainable future. Your Excellency, sir, I take note that of the 43 startups onboarded on this first cohort of this program, 18% are women founders and 18% are young people below the age of 35. This reflects the youthful continent and also amplifies that we still have a lot of work to do to reduce the inequalities in tech innovation. Therefore, in the second cohort, we are working towards achieving gender 50-50. I think that is very critical, and we must deliberately ensure that is what we are doing. My ministry is committed to delivering programs to ensure we encourage and inspire more women to venture into tech innovation and enterprise, among others. Jitume Digital Program is working to enable 1 million youth to access jobs and skills for global competitiveness. And again, we are working with Honorable Minister to ensure that we are getting jobs, not just within the country, but outside. We do want to export these skills. And I'd want also to mention to the Member of Parliament of Kilome that we already have an office there, so we'll be seeing more of us here almost on a weekly basis, at the very least on monthly basis. So we are here to stay, we are here to see how things will move, and we want this to be a real technical area that will have our innovators, our young people coming up to do all what we need to do to ensure we have a sustainable future. Again, we are doing training, partnering with startups that are doing coding for young kids. Again, we are saying for us to have an economy that is driven by us being creators of content, technology, we have to start at an early age. So basically, we have all those in the pipeline, and we will work with all the leadership to ensure that we are able to get that. And with those few remarks, I request us to be upstanding to invite our President, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, to officially launch the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub at Kenya Technopolis. Asanteni sana. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Minister. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Your Excellency, my good brother, former Vice President of Nigeria, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful afternoon. It is my, I think, 5th time to be in Konza City. And it's always a pleasure to be here. And I'm honored to welcome all of you to Africa's Silicon Savannah on this momentous occasion as we launch the Africa Center of Competence for Digital and Artificial Intelligence and the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub. These initiatives showcase the immense transformative potential we possess and the opportunity to define and deliver the Africa we want in alignment with Agenda 2063, the Pact for the Future, and the Global Digital Compact. These facilities will go a long way towards addressing digital divides, providing viable models for implementing digital sector transformation strategies, and thirdly, paving the way for a sustainable human-centered technological future. This occasion provides an excellent platform to briefly discuss the different ways in which our bottom-up economic transformation agenda prioritizes digital transformation as a cornerstone of inclusive growth. Already, a number of key initiatives under this agenda are well underway. First, we are undertaking an ambitious expansion of digital infrastructure by developing a 100-kilometer fiber optic network to connect 74,000 public institutions and established 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots countrywide. I listened very carefully to the governor of this great county, and he mentioned about that fiber optic. I want to say here that we have now decided to partner with Kenya Power so that we can use the extensive infrastructure of Kenya Power to deliver fiber optic. It will make it much more easy for us to deliver fiber optic to public institutions that are already connected to electricity, and eventually deliver fiber optic to homes. And that is why I say our focus, we have approximately 74,000 public institutions. Our focus is to deliver fiber optic to all these institutions, and we have rolled out phase 1 with Kenya Power. Minister here is very well seized of that intervention, and we are working collaboratively with other partners to make sure that we deliver on that commitment. We believe this infrastructure will expand internet connectivity to 8.5 million homes and businesses, significantly reducing the digital divide across homes, schools, villages, and counties. Second, we are working to establish 1,450 digital hubs with courtesy of our members of parliament here, one in each ward across the country, and a center of excellence in each of the 47 counties. So shortly, Governor, you will have very serious competition. Other counties, we are working with other counties also to develop these pieces of infrastructure with the aim of empowering communities, supporting local businesses, and ensuring equitable access to technology for all citizens, and thereby eliminating barriers that stand in the way to people who can access these facilities. I take this opportunity to reaffirm the remarkable transformation that has already begun and is now accelerating exponentially as a result of the digitization of government services. You all know that in 2022, we had 390 government services that were online. Today, after 2 years, we have 20,855 government services that are now available on a digital platform. This will help us streamline public service delivery, enhance transparency and efficiency, minimize opportunities for corruption, and maximize visibility and mobilization of public revenue. The transformative impact of this single initiative on citizens' experience in accessing public services, along with the government's capacity to effectively manage public resources, clearly illustrates the immense value of digital transformation. And therefore, we don't take it for granted that we have partners like UNDP, like Timbuktoo, who have come in so that we can fill this space with all interventions and initiatives. When I received a former vice president in my hometown, when he came to explain to me about Timbuktoo, that was 4 months ago, I think, maybe 2 months ago. I promised him that we would host them at this Konza Technopolis. I'm happy that 2 months later, this has become a reality. And congratulations to Konza for expediting this process. Our digital transformation strategy is making significant contribution to skills development and job creation. For context, initiatives like Ajira Digital and Jitume Digital have already started implementing our vision to equip 20 million citizens with ICT skills, thereby fostering entrepreneurship and promoting inclusive digital literacy. We have also integrated creative industry into technical and vocational training centers as a reliable mechanism for building a skilled workforce. I am aware that the ministry is reaching out to every TTI across the country with digital infrastructure. We are yet to get to where we all want, but that process is ongoing. The government of Kenya is also taking robust measures to promote the emergence of a fully fledged digital economy, leveraging Kenya's status as a regional hub for software development and digital exports. Key measures adopted in this respect include the establishment of institutional and incentive frameworks to promote investment, foster collaboration, and facilitate the transfer of digital technologies, with a particular focus on artificial intelligence and blockchain. In doing so, we are empowering local digital innovators and techpreneurs to drive economic diversification and also resilience. I know as we do this space, and I'm very proud of the innovators that are in our midst, the founders, the CEOs of startups that are on the way to be big companies. I remember one of them saying, "We are the Dangotes of tomorrow." And I believe you. All these young men and women from across Kenya and across our continent, congratulations for what you're doing. Please, you can rise up so that we can recognize you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. These great men and women have chosen not to be on the sidelines, have chosen not to celebrate and glorify problems. They have decided to fashion solutions for the challenges that we face. That is what the future must look like. And congratulations, young people, for making the difficult but necessary decision to go beyond your call of duty, to go beyond the challenges that we have, and to begin to fashion the solutions, whether it is in climate change, whether it is in food security, whether it is in security itself, and all the other interventions in between. You are making us very proud. Another initiative I would like to mention is our investment in supporting local content creation. The vision behind this effort is to enhance the quality and competitiveness of local content production for export, while facilitating the development of digital platforms to showcase Kenyan creativity on a global scale. I am confident that with respect to this particular initiative, the media city here at Konza Technopolis will fully achieve its objective of transforming opportunities for our creative industry. I know many young people are in that creative space. I have talked both with Twitter, I have talked with TikTok, and I have really pushed for that space to be monetized so that the many young people who are in that space can monetize their content. I want to persuade many young people who are in that space to use it for their benefit, to use it for digital commerce, to use the content they are creating. As we monetize that space, it must be pushed to be used positively for them to empower themselves and for them to grow themselves. I am aware that sometimes it is used for other purposes, which we have no problem with. But I would rather that we use that space to do what benefits the users and what benefits the consumers. These and other initiatives demonstrate Kenya's commitment to fostering innovation, creating jobs, and ensuring equitable digital access to all. They also affirm to our stakeholders that when it comes to digital transformation and the growth of a globally competitive tech ecosystem, Kenya's Silicon Savannah is the place to go and the place to be. And that's why we are here today. Our efforts do not stop here. We are also actively and intentionally enhancing the national innovation ecosystem. Recently, at the 2024 Kenya Innovation Week here in Nairobi, we inspired young innovators to develop solutions and applications with the potential to drive socio-economic development. Currently, Kenya is ranked 8th regionally in the Global Innovation Index, but I am confident that the work we are doing will radically elevate our global standing. And I dare you, watch this space. A few weeks ago, I launched the Silicon Savannah Innovation Park at the University of Nairobi, which you will agree is a significant step in this direction. As a research and incubation hub, the park will complement the Konza Technopolis, positioning Nairobi as a key player in the 21st century technology sector, both in our region and globally. Kenya's National Digital Master Plan envisions a globally competitive digital economy anchored by innovation and inclusivity. The Africa Center for Competence for Digital and AI Skilling will equip, as I am told, 100,000 public servants with both here in Kenya and across Africa with skills in AI and digital technologies. This initiative will enhance governance by entrenching smarter, more efficient, and citizen-centric public service delivery. Without a doubt, AI is already revolutionizing industries worldwide, driving groundbreaking and often paradigm-shifting advances in diverse fields such as predictive analytics in healthcare, real-time data-driven governance, and climate change mitigation. AI holds immense potential to deliver unprecedented transformation. And I'm very happy with the steps we are making. The last trip I made to the United States, we signed a profound agreement between Microsoft, and I am happy that Microsoft is in this ecosystem. Do we have Microsoft here? Congratulations, my dear. We signed an agreement between Microsoft of the United States, G42 of the UAE, and Kenya that will make it possible to have an investment of $1 billion of setup of data centers that will be powered by our green energy. I am very excited about that initiative. I know my CS and her team have been on this issue as late as yesterday, and we are going to unlock tremendous potential, not just for Kenya, but for our region, to make sure that we have some of the best digital assets globally. The digital centers, the digital data centers that will be set up in Kenya under this partnership will be an asset that will be used not just by Kenya, but by our region. And it is the asset of the future. We will leverage on the technology of Microsoft, leverage on the financial capacity and AI infrastructure of the UAE, and also tap into the Kenyan green energy to make sure that we bring a collaborative and a win-win outcome. I am very excited about this, and I look forward to us making the next steps. It is my very considered view that by next year, we will be operating most of our data using the infrastructure that we are putting up under that program. However, it is equally critical to remain vigilant and mindful of the novel ethical and security challenges posed by AI, ensuring its applications are directed towards serving the public good. I strongly believe in the power of emerging technologies to deliver transformative solutions and to enable us address climate change more effectively. The purpose of the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub to support startups in renewable energy, sustainable transportation, waste management, and energy efficiency reinforces this belief. The innovations envisioned by Timbuktoo will not only strengthen our efforts in combating climate change, but also enhance our capacity to deliver public services through solutions such as solar-powered systems for health centers and smart waste management for urban centers. Kenya's established credentials as a global leader in renewable energy, with over 90% of our electricity generated from renewable sources, provide a strong foundation for this initiative. Additionally, our vibrant startup ecosystem is home to trailblazing innovations that have redefined how we access and experience essential services. They include, of course, M-Pesa, a fintech solution that revolutionized financial inclusion through mobile money transfer. Jumuiya, an e-commerce platform that has expanded market access for businesses while improving convenience for consumers. M-Copper, an energy tech solution offering affordable solar technology financing to underserved households. MyDawa, a health tech platform which simplified access to healthcare products and enabled inclusion. And I can go on and on. These and many other innovations reflect the vibrancy, creativity, and ambition of our digital ecosystem, while underscoring Kenya's vision for a digitally connected, innovative, and inclusive economy that is seamlessly interconnected with the rest of Africa and the world. I'm encouraged by the fact that the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub complements similar hubs operating in Lagos, founded on fintech, Kigali, focused on health tech, and other Timbuktoo Africa Innovation Foundations, with the aim of mobilizing investments to support 100,000 startups and transform the livelihoods of 100 million people across our continent. The Green Revolution has created over 12 million jobs already. Africa possesses 60% of the world's solar energy potential, yet we have harnessed less than 10 of this capacity. By championing green innovation, Kenya seeks to unlock economic opportunities, create green jobs, and secure a greater share of this untapped potential. Africa's demographic dividend has emphatically positioned our youth as the architects of today and masters of the future. The Greentech Hub is a visionary investment in their creativity and potential to turn ideas into transformative solutions. As we embrace green technology, we must proactively address challenges such as carbon emissions from tech manufacturing and the growing issue of e-waste. Ensuring sustainability remains at the core of our efforts. And I like really what my sister said, that this must be about access, it must be about affordability, and it must also be about sustainability. We must have it all in a pack. The world is transitioning into a green and digital economy, and it is time for Africa to not only contribute, but also claim its rightful place in global leadership. The Africa Center for Digital Competence for Digital and AI Skilling and the Timbuktoo Greentech Hub represent significant milestones on this journey. Their success, and indeed our collective success, depends on collaboration among governments, the private sector, development partners, and communities. Together, we can deliver a green and digital African future powered by ambition and the ingenuity of our young people. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let me commend all of you for making this a reality so soon. Listening to the former CEO of this place, now my peers for ICT, when I came here in 2014, there was not a single tarmac road here. It was all earth road. And when I came to launch the first construction of the road, just the same way Governor Lenko has said, many people would have thought we were not serious, and possibly we could have been lying. That's what people would have said. And you're Joseph. But look at this. We now have a great city here. You know, we are making tremendous progress. I have been to many countries to seek support for this facility. There was a time when I said we are going to invest 80 billion shillings to do the horizontal infrastructure and all the other things that are necessary for this facility. People thought we were not serious. I have been to Korea maybe 3-4 times on account of this facility. And the last time I was in Korea, we finally agreed that we will work with them to dual the road from Machakos Turnoff all the way to Emali. So that road is going to be dualed for the doubting Thomases. Just so that you know, we are going to do that road. You know, Thomas has been very busy in Kenya. You know, the spirit of Thomas, the doubting, the spirit of doubting Thomas, he's been working overtime in our country. So we are going to do that road. And equally, I know the Member of Parliament here has also said something about water. It is important that we deliver water to this facility. And that is why I have asked my sister there, who is now the chair of Tanati, this lady, and the ministry concerned, that whether it is going to be Thwake, and we, again, let me report here that on Thwake, we will be approving an additional facility by cabinet in the next couple of weeks, so that we can have another 9 billion shillings to be able to complete Thwake as a dam. I have already talked to my friend Adesina at the Africa Development Bank to assist us with the facilitation of that amount so that we can conclude this, one of the largest water projects in the Republic of Kenya, here in Thwake. Additionally, when I was in Korea, we also agreed that if that delays, we are going to use the facility we get from Korea that has also assisted us put up the university here, the science university here, to deliver water from the Nolturesh. So we have both running side by side. Whichever will get us here water first will be it. So we are working in parallel just to make sure that there is water, not just for this facility, as was said by the governor, but for also the community living around here, so that this facility can have friends and can have good neighbors. So we will work with everybody to make sure that this is done. It is necessary that we work collaboratively together as we focus on how we can empower our citizens and grow our economy, create jobs, and drive progress into the future, working not just as Kenya, but with our friends and partners from this continent and from beyond. Again, on behalf of the government and people of Kenya, for those of you who've come from without our country, you're most welcome to Kenya. Kenya is ready for business, and we are going to work with you. I agree that maybe the CS for ICT should move to Konza, because it's a beautiful compound, isn't it? Oh, it's a beautiful place. I think you will enjoy yourself here. There is no traffic. It's a smart city. You know, there is all the facilities here are really good. So we will look forward to making it possible for Konza to achieve the intended purpose. I think we are beginning to make the steps that will take us towards unlocking the potential that this space significantly holds. Congratulations to our members of parliament also for passing the Technopolis bill. I am waiting for it. I did agree with you, both committees of parliament, that it is now necessary for us to turn this place, instead of it being a project, this place should now go beyond being a project. It should be something bigger than what was originally envisioned. So congratulations to all of you, to the great people of this county of Makueni. Asanteni sana kwa kutukaribisha hapa Makueni. Asanteni watu wa sehemu hii yote, na nimefurahi sana kusikia gavana wetu akisema ya kwamba hii Technopolis ni ya Kenya mzima. Asante sana gavana. Zamani tulikuwa hapa na maneno mengine, watu walikuwa wanasema hii ni akona hii ni akona ile, na nafurahi kwamba tumekubaliana. This is a facility not just even for Kenya. You can see people from across Africa already here, and you can see investments from across the globe are here. Phase 2, God willing, as the member of parliament was saying, phase 2 of this project hopefully will be funded by friends from Italy. So this is an international facility. This is a facility that brings citizens together, the region together, and the globe together. It is a facility that is good for all of us. And the potential that exists here is enormous. And we must do whatever it takes to make sure that we do not erect barriers, we do not create roadblocks, we create more bridges, we do for more facilitation so that this project can serve us all. The Africa Center for Competence for Digital and AI Skilling and the Timbuktoo Greentech are now officially opened. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for His Excellency as we now come to the conclusion of this session. Your Excellency, I'll request that we all remain in our standing positions as we allow His Excellency to exit at his own pleasure. Thank you, Your Excellency.